So you made the decision to buy a home, and by the way, that's the most difficult part, the decision. So what's next? What's up, everybody? This is Luis. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And in this video, we're gonna go over the entire process in detail. I'm even gonna provide some behind the scenes perspectives in an effort to provide some more transparency in the process. I've done my best to condense this video, and feel free to skip through the chapters, okay? Also, I have my good friend Omar Pineda with EXP Realty that will be assisting. Now, let's jump right into it.
So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business.
Let's go.
What's going on, everybody? So my name is Omar Pineda with EXP Realty, and today I have a special episode with you. I got my good friend and partner, Luis Renteria. The other day, I had a really good Marine buddy of mine hit me up, and he has no idea where to start, not even how to attain the paperwork necessary to even get started on his VA loan, right? So, I mean, he has zero clue. So this video, if you have zero clue where to start, or you don't even want to bother doing all the research by going online, this video is for you.
Omar, thank you for having me on. And a little bit about myself. I work for AmeriSave Mortgage. I love doing this. I love helping my fellow veterans, and I am here to help.
So we have broken it down by the numbers, step by step. So that's why this is a good place to start if you have no idea. So you have your mind fresh, and that way you can follow this step by step. You can replay this video, and if you want the actual presentation itself, just comment below and I will email that to you, so that way you can have a hard copy for yourself. But quickly about us, I'll speak for myself. My name is Omar Pineda. I'm a realtor here in Austin, Marine veteran. I specialize in digital marketing, and I am a full service realtor. I handle all the buying and selling needs here in Austin. Take it away and give us a little quick intro about yourself.
Been in the industry for about 16 years, focusing on VA and FHA loans. I have become a market expert in this field. And again, I love helping my fellow veterans.
Now let's dive into the good stuff, guys. So Luis, take it away. Number one.
The first thing I need is a 5 to 10 minute conversation with that potential buyer. And what I'm going to do is ask a series of questions. It's very casual. I'm not going to go in and, hey, give me your social, give me your date of birth, give me this, give me your blood type or any of that. So it's very basic. In fact, this is what I'm going to do. Let's go behind the scenes. I'm going to share my screen and show you the form, the actual form that I use. The moment that you send me a referral, this is the form that I pull up. And obviously, if I have the name, phone number, and email address, I'm going to fill it up at the top. And then, hey, why don't we role play this? Let's do the skit. All right. So
let's kick it.
I'm going to call you. All right.
All right.
Ring.
Hello, this is Omar speaking. Who's this?
Hey, what's up, Omar? My name is Luis. How are you doing today?
Oh, Luis, what's going on? What can I help you for?
Well, Omar asked me to give you a call regarding your interest in buying a home. So I'm calling to reach out and get you pre-approved and ready to buy.
Oh yeah, I know, Omar. We go way back. We didn't serve together, but you know we're both from Marine, so he's a good guy. He's a great guy, as a matter of fact.
Right. Yeah. I've been working with him for years, and we've helped dozens of families together as a team. And obviously you like him since you guys have the same name, right, Omar?
Hey, the name's so nice, they named it twice. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, so Omar, tell me about your goals. I'm all ears. I have a pen here ready to take notes. What's going on?
So look,
What are you trying to do?
I've been working really hard so I can try to use my VA loan. It's my first time ever using it. I have no idea where to start. I just keep hearing bad things, like it's really hard and it's really hard to use it in this kind of market. And I just need help on this to get my first foot forward.
All right. Okay. Perfect. So let me start by asking, where do you know where you want to buy? Like what city?
So I just recently moved to Austin, and anywhere in Williamson County is kind of like where my family is focused on. And we did like a little drive around different communities, and we really, really like Leander.
Oh, Leander is beautiful. I actually live in Leander, so yeah, that'd be great to have you. So, are you looking at a townhouse, condo, or single family residence?
We want a brand new construction, single family home for me and the kiddos.
All right. And how many bedrooms are you thinking? Three, four, five?
We're looking at least 4 bedrooms,
Okay.
3 bathrooms for sure.
Okay, perfect. Have you looked at any homes in the area? Do you know what the price points are?
What I'm looking at is kind of like in the $600,000 to $700,000 range, price points of the homes that we like.
Okay, perfect. And so let me ask you a few qualifying questions so that I can create a very nice presentation for you. So let's start with your income. Do you get paid hourly or salary?
I am a salaried position.
Okay, how much do you get paid per year?
So I got a promotion last year, so
Nice.
raised the roof for me. So now I make 85K a year as a warehouse manager.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Now, as far as down payment, what are you thinking of putting down?
So I know from what I've heard that with the VA, it's zero down payment, but I always like to err on the side of caution, and I'm a saver, so I have at least 10 grand saved up for any type of cost for this home for buying my home just in case.
Okay, perfect. All right, let me make a note. And then your FICO score, more or less, I just need an estimate. Do you know where it's at?
I think the last time I checked was like 785, 790, somewhere in that range.
Perfect. Good job on that. And let's see, last question, I promise, and we're done because I said this was going to be 5 to 10 minutes. So monthly debt, do you have any student loan, car payments, or credit card payments that you have to take care of every month?
Yes, I have a Toyota Tacoma, and I bought that a few years ago. And I think I have like 2 years left to pay on it.
Okay, perfect. All right, Omar, I have enough to create this nice presentation for you. At this point, do you have any questions for me?
So I just kind of gave you some information. So you said that you were gonna take that, and then you're gonna follow up with me, and so I just wait on you.
Yes. So what
Okay.
I'm going to do as soon as we get off the phone, I'm going to create a nice presentation. I'm going to send you 3 scenarios, one at 500, one at 600, one at 700,000. That way, you know what your monthly payments are for each one. That way, when you go out shopping, you have an idea of where your payment is going to be. At the bottom of that presentation, there's going to be a link. You're going to go ahead and click on that link to fill out my loan questionnaire. So you're going to fill out that loan application and you're going to upload some of your documents like your W-2s, your pay stubs, and the instructions will be on this email. And once we do that, then we're going to jump on another 30 to 45-minute call so that we can go over all of the details, address all the questions. So right now, I'm just collecting information so I can tailor this presentation for you.
Oh, okay. So all this, you're just gonna give me a nice, like at least ballpark, like a presentation amount. Is that what you're saying?
Ex- exactly.
Okay, that
Exactly.
makes sense. That makes sense. Cool. Well, thanks for the call, Luis. I appreciate it.
Cool. All right. Then expect to hear from me within the next 4 to 8 hours. Okay.
All right. All right. Take care then.
All right. Talk to you soon. Bye. That's the end of the call, but let's go ahead and go over what this looks like here. So here, I'm going to calculate the total income based on the information that Omar provided. I'm going to plug in the monthly debt. I'm going to plug in the FICO score, more or less, the down payment, all this. I'm going to fill it out.
So one thing I want to know, guys, is that do not be scared that they're going to ask for all this stuff up front, right? I know a
Right.
lot of you just want to know just at least a ballpark figure just to get started, and that's what the whole purpose of this call is. So then you can kind of
Right.
cater that conversation so you can really know what the numbers look like, so you're a little bit more knowledgeable on what you can afford, and that way you can set the right expectations.
Exactly. So all this information from this the setup data, I'm going to grab that and I'm going to place it into this spreadsheet. So the
Look at that
income
now.
85,000 divided by 12, and we're doing this live, so I don't have all of that. So 7,083,
Okay.
whatever the car payment was, I'm going to pop in here, and Then I'm going to start
Let's
adjusting.
just say for car payment, we'll put like $700.
$700. All
Yeah.
right. So we're going to go 0 down. Omar was interested in about 600,000. So I'm going to go 500, 600, 700, 0 down. Rate should be around 5% or even lower, but I'm gonna be conservative on that and go a little bit higher, just to leave some room. And there we have it. We have the monthly payment down here. It's $3,284 for a $500,000 purchase, and that includes the principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. So then now I know what the max qualification is. And based on this income, 700 is too high because I'm looking at these debt to income ratios, which will cover what that is. But I'm giving you a quick overview of what I go through to get you pre-approved. And obviously here, we're going to have to go down to 500. 500 is probably going to be the max just by looking at this until I receive the application and everything, confirm everything. We're looking at about $500,000 for max purchase power. So
Okay.
that pretty much does it. All right. For VA, there is really no credit, minimum credit requirement, but a 620 and above is probably going to be the minimum so that you have a very competitive rate. Debt to income ratio, you basically take the total housing expense and you divide it by the total gross income. Now, in this example, this housing expense is $1,000 for the total housing expense, and we're going to divide it by 3,000, which is what this buyer makes per month. You're going to get a 33.34%. We're going to jot it down and save it. Then we're going to get the back end ratio, which is the total housing expense plus any other debt like student loans, car payments, credit cards. And we're going to divide that whole thing by the total income. So in this example, you have $1,000 housing expense, and we're going to add that $250 per month car payment. We're going to divide it by $3,000, which is the gross income, and we get 41.67%. So for VA, it's a moving target. You can get up to about 70%. I've seen it as high as 70%, a total debt to income ratio. For conventional loans, you don't want that to be over 50%. For FHA loans, you don't want this number to be above 56.99. And for the front end ratio, conventional, about 49% as well, under 50. For FHA, no higher than 47%. So it's different depending on the program, depending on the down payment. So, and depending on the loan amount. Next, we review the product options and we see what's going to fit best. We're either going to go conventional, FHA, jumbo if it's a higher loan amount, anything above 647,000. That's anything above that is considered jumbo, unless you're in a high cost area like the Bay Area, then you're looking at 972 or some ridiculous amount. And then VA, there is no loan limit. With VA, there is no mortgage insurance. You're going to have below market interest rates, and you don't require reserves, flexible credit.
And one thing I want to point out too is that, like, hey, say you do the numbers and you're just not ready, right? You can't qualify for a VA loan, whatever kind of loan right now, because your credit sucks, right? Luis has partners to help do that credit repair. So
Absolutely.
it doesn't mean that the road stops here. We could still help, so we could get you on track.
Right. Right. We're not just going to say no. We're going to give you a plan. If it's a no, we're going to show you how you can get to an approval. We don't treat you like a number. We help you. We're here to help. So once we figure all of that stuff out, Omar, the next step is the fun part, which is to go shopping.
Okay, number 3. So this is kind of like, so in the very beginning, you're going to be dealing with Luis, the dealing with like the paperwork and all the loan stuff, right? And just knowing exactly what you can afford and what your budget is will set the right expectations. Working with me, we'll set up a buyer consult. We'll go over expectations. We'll go over market climate. That way you have a good picture, a good idea of what to expect. So you have a clear picture and roadmap by the numbers of what to expect.
Basically, I issue out the pre-approval letter, and then you start shopping. In the background, we're still going to be working on the loan and processing the loan, because what we ultimately want to do is get you a full underwriting approval. I'll go over the details, and the differences between a pre-qualification letter, a pre-approval, and an actual full underwriting approval. So you make an offer. As a buyer, you make an offer, and your offer is either going to get accepted or rejected. If your offer gets accepted, many times you're going to get a counter offer, depending on the market, depending on the area. And if you do get a counter offer and you go with it, you accept it, congratulations, you're in contract, and we move on to the next phase. If your offer is rejected, then you simply go shopping again, and know that the right house is out there for you.
I'm a very optimistic person. So if they didn't work out, it was for a reason. And we'll probably find something even better, even maybe a better seller who's going to give you better terms. So it was a win-win after all.
What I do, or what my team does to increase the buyer's odds of getting the offer accepted, is we do a full approval. And Omar, to increase the odds of getting that offer accepted by the seller, what we do is we do a full underwriting approval. And let me tell you about the differences between a pre-qual, a pre-approval, and a full approval. Pre-qual, you call me, it's basically what I did in the initial intake call earlier. I basically say, how much do you make? How much are you putting down? What's your FICO score? What's your debt? Okay, cool. Here's your pre-qual letter. I can actually issue out a pre-qual letter based on that. It's all verbal. Nothing's been verified. Nothing's confirmed. Next step is the pre-approval, which is the same as a pre-qual, except you send me your W-2s, pay stubs, bank statements. I run your credit, and I complete a full application. Now, this is where a full approval differs, where I take all of that, I act as if you're already in contract, and I submit to underwriting. Now, the underwriter is going to review everything, and if there's any questions, any issues that may come up, we address them right there on the spot before you're even in contract. Once you're all set and we get a clear, full underwriting approval, now you go make your offer, and you don't have to have a loan contingency on the contract. Because of that, you can compete with cash offers, because cash offers don't have a loan, so they don't have a loan contingency. So that's a huge advantage there in increasing your odds to getting your offer accepted.
One takeaway I got from that was that having all my paperwork in order and giving it to you in a timely manner so you could do your job and do it in a time efficient manner is making sure I'm organized and giving you everything. That way you can get me fully approved, right?
Fully
And that
approved,
way,
underwritten. Another way I help increase the odds is I make it a point to network with as many realtors and just be cool, be chill with them. That way, when an offer is presented and the realtor on the other side, on the listing side, is someone I know, it's a very, very easy and comfortable conversation. They already know who I am. They know we're going to close. And really, it's all about instilling confidence in that offer and humanizing that piece of paper, because you're just writing a bunch of terms, sending it to the listing agent. So we add that human element. We talk to them. We share who that buyer is, what their goals are, if they have family, and all that good stuff.
I didn't even know you guys did that extra step. And let me tell you something, guys. Any of those mortgage companies that are like the newer tech companies, they are missing that human element, right?
Yes.
Do you think they're really gonna do what Luis just said and kind of go to bat for you on top of like what I'm trying to do for you? No, because they're a very high transactional business model, right?
Bam,
That's why you want to
nailed it right there.
That's why you want to partner with a local realtor and a local mortgage lender, because we're going to humanize the transaction, and we're going to, this is a relationship based business. That's how we both feel.
Mhm.
That's why we want to work together, because we both have the same kind of mindset when it comes to real estate. So at the end of the day, I don't just see it as like, one and done. I would like to continue the relationship. I want to treat this as like a family kind kind of deal where I'm gonna follow up with you. I'm gonna ask about the kids. I'm gonna ask about your hobbies. Because I'm genuinely interested in you as a person, not just this transaction.
So your offer is accepted. Congratulations. You're in contract. So guess what? We get to move to the next step. But before we do that, you're going to go out to dinner and you're going to celebrate, have a glass of wine or a beer and celebrate, because you got to celebrate every single small win along the process. So next day, we're going to get to work because we have a thorough to-do list, because now you're in contract. And the first thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to submit that earnest money deposit, which is a good faith deposit that you have to put down and send to escrow. And escrow is a third party that is basically a neutral third party. Think of them as Switzerland throughout the entire home buying process. The seller connects to them, the buyer, the lender, the other end of the lender, the seller's lender. Everybody's kind of tied to this, and part of the contract is probably going to stipulate that you put a small deposit of maybe $5,000 to, I've seen them as high as $40,000. So it all depends on the purchase price. Obviously, the higher that earnest money deposit is, the stronger the offer, because it says you're more serious about this purchase. So you submit that to escrow, and you will either have to do it with a check or a cashier's check, or you have to send a wire, and instructions will be provided for that. Next step right away is to order the appraisal, because we have to make sure that that property that you're buying is worth, that $500,000 and not worth $400,000. So we got to make sure that it meets all those requirements, that the health and safety is good, and it's habitable. Next thing we do, we update any pay stubs or any bank statements, depending on how long it's been since we completed that approval. So updated pay stubs is probably the most typical. Sometimes we will need a new bank statement. Next thing you do is you're going to order your hazard or fire insurance. To do this, you're basically going to call your auto insurance provider, and you're going to say, hey, I'm buying a house. Can you bundle so I can save on this new expense? And they will hook you all up. And then next thing is we're going to review your rate. We're going to see if it's a good time to lock your loan or lock your rate. Depending on the market conditions, we may say, it looks like the rates are trending down. Let's go ahead and wait and let's watch the market. Or, hey, it's way too volatile. Let's go ahead and lock your rate. Let's just not worry about this anymore. So once we do all of that, I'm going to take all that package along with the appraisal, and I'm going to resubmit it to the underwriter. Underwriter's going to review those remaining documents, and they're either going to give us a full approval again, or they're going to say, you have a new inquiry here from Best Buy. Did you go out and buy something? And let me tell you, quick side note, do not buy anything while you're buying a house on credit. Do not close any credit card accounts. Do not do anything related to your credit report. All right. Okay. Back to it. We give an explanation on these on whatever inquiries come up or whatever the underwriter may come up with. And once we address those, it goes back to final underwriting. You get a clear to close, and we pretty much get ready to finalize.
But a few things before we move on to the home inspections that I want to really emphasize here on this slide. All right. People get kind of caught up with earnest money, right? They're like, I thought I don't need a down payment, so why I gotta put this up front, right? So you don't lose it, it's just to show your serious intention of buying the house, right?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And
in some cases, you get it back. The veteran gets it back. I've
get it
had
back.
cases where, yeah, they put a $5,000 deposit, but they were zero down, and we worked it out so that the closing costs were covered. And at the end, he got like $4,500 back. So
the VA appraisal process can be its own kind of webinar because there
that's
is
a
a
whole
lot.
video.
There's a lot more into it, guys. guys and gals to it. And we kind of did a whole little separate series on how to challenge your VA appraisal that you could probably catch in my YouTube channel. I tagged Luis, so if you follow Luis, you'll see it too.
And it's in the event that you have to challenge that VA appraisal. It's about 10% of the time, so it's not a common thing.
The other thing I wanted to say is that you as a buyer, you have the option, which this is how I work, right? I'm gonna really push you to get that home inspection, right? I'm sure you saw a lot in the news, especially within the last 2 years when it was a seller's market, everyone was waiving everything, including the home inspection, right?
I know.
Which, if you really needed to move that badly, okay, because everyone's situation is different, but I would never advise any of my clients to waive a home inspection because you're pretty much saying, whatever's wrong with the house is now your problem after you close. It could be a little bit of a sticker shock when you have your first major meltdown, first major breakdown, and now it's on you. And it's like those costs can easily add up, especially if you're buying an older home.
Yep, like the roof and foundation. You do not want to have issues with those, especially the first 2 years. So always make sure that is sound. If that's sound, if it's not, then you have an opportunity to ask the seller to fix it before you take possession, before you finalize your loan or your purchase. Everything else, it's more or less cosmetic. There's some plumbing that can be expensive, but it's not as bad as foundation work and roof. And this is all based on my experience.
One final thing I wanted to ask you, Luis, because we did see, I saw lock-in rates, right? So what does that mean? What does that mean? Like, is that mean like a length of time that I locked in that rate for, or?
So you lock it for typically 30 days, and you have 30 days to close. If you can push it out to 15 days, then you typically get a slightly better rate. Sometimes it's not worth the risk, though. It all depends on the market conditions. Many banks, right off the bat, the first thing they want to do is lock it, and that's it. But again, you just have to understand the market and see where it's going. And I have tools for that. I monitor the bond market, the stock market, to make sure that we lock at the best possible moment.
Just because whatever rate you locked yourself in when you bought your house does not mean you cannot refinance down the line when the rates go down, right?
So that's right.
Nothing is ever set in stone. There are ways that we can help get you, to be in a better position. Because I don't want to just buy one house, help you buy one house. I want to help you buy 2 or 3 houses, because that's what we're talking about when we say legacy, is that we're going to build generational wealth for you guys. So the next generation, your kids, can be in a better place than where we are.
Absolutely. I love that mindset. And, to sum it up on the rate, look, you're going to marry the house and you're going to date the interest rate.
Got to the closing table. All of our documentation is in order. Both parties have said yes to the deal. Everyone's happy. And now it's time to celebrate, because now you're going to be a homeowner. It's a big deal to achieve the home ownership title.
That is right. And the benefits that come with it, they're off the charts. You can now go in. If you don't like that carpet or you don't like that floor, guess what? You can change it. DIY, you're going to be at Home Depot a lot, because you're going to want to make and customize and make upgrades and all that good stuff. So it's a lot of fun. It's never ending. It's a project that never ends, because you constantly want to improve. Before you know it, after a year or two, you'll have so much elbow grease type equity, or what do you call it? Sweat equity into the home. And you're going to look back and reflect. You're like, whoa, my house looks pretty cool.
Hey guys, so I know this was a lot of information, but this all starts with a 5 to 10 minute phone call.
That's right, Omar. Just a quick 5 to 10 minute phone call. We can actually review your goals and see how we can help, and we'll set you up on the right path.
This is our information on the screen. Feel free to email or text us or comment below. We're on all social media. And again, we're here to help serve you and just help you get the process started. So Luis, thank you for your time. And thank you for doing this, guys. We hope you got some value on this, and we put content like this out all the time. So subscribe, comment, and stay tuned for more.
Omar, thank you so much for having me.
All right, Luis. Later.
All right. And with that, that's all I have on this video. I hope this information was useful and I hope you took notes. And if you want to go over any specific goals, reach out. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, notification button, and remember that your feedback is super important to me. So let me know what you think in the comment sections below. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to all of you in the next video.